What's going on, guys? Excalibur here, and we are back. We are in Empyrean, but today is the day we are checking out REFORGED Galaxy 2 Creative Mode Alpha, brought to you by Vermilion. He's shared it in the Discord, so all of you can grab it, check it out, play around with it, give feedback. Very, very cool, man. Appreciate you as always. We are in a creative new game here. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna kind of mess around with stuff. I'll bring some builds in and we'll see what the differences are. We'll kind of maybe outfit some stuff, figure some stuff out, do some testing, stuff like that. What's up, Vet? What's up, Like It? We got Ice Wolf in, we've got KS Berg, Suffragan. Hope you guys doing good today. Everybody's doing good on a Saturday. So, what can I bring in that would make sense here? Something super basic. Basic-y, McBasic. What can we do? It's like my... I don't even know my builds anymore. What's like my go-to starter thingy? Oh, no, not that one. I don't have ships anymore. All right, I'll bring in the bar. Sure, let's bring in the bar. Not very starter-ish, but the bar is definitely a I like this ship. I forgot about this ship. All right, let's look right away. CPU. I gotta see what's in this thing. I forget this build. I have a horrible memory. How do you get in this thing? Back? Yeah, this is what I want to see. What are we doing here? All right, so this guy has... Okay, so I guess that's the first thing we need to figure this out, right? Is CPU. So let's look at what CPU blocks we have. Okay, we have basic, we have improved. Maximum amount 2. Maximum amount 2. Okay, interesting. So, we're gonna remove these. Okay, so we have 2 of those, and that gets us up to 50, I guess? Then we have 2 of these. Gets us up to 330. Oh. Okay, 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. Interesting. Okay. So then we get into these. Hold on, I gotta. Okay, if we're using the old block here, let me use the new. Oh, this is a big boy too. Look at this. This is 3 blocks. Okay, so put these here. Oh, that's cool. So they're 3 blocks, and they got cool like hard drive slots and stuff, like some RAID drive situation going on here. That takes us up to 430. Yeah, the next one does look to be 2x2. Oh, no, 2x1. Still, you're gonna have to prepare for this build-wise here. So you're definitely gonna want to like plan for these, because I feel like they'll look a lot better when you see that kind of stuff. But I guess you got to figure that out build-wise, so that's interesting. All right, so 2 of those brought us into. We're still really shy. We're still, yeah. This is gonna be. But then we get into 3x1. That puts us. We're still not there. Wow. So we can't judge anything yet, right? Because we don't know what the output of the thrust is. We don't know any of this stuff right now, right? Like, we're just guessing. These blocks are cool though. Look at that. Oh, that's fancy. Fancy CPU blocks. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. So you can have like a really cool kind of server room. That's cool. So okay, I guess what I should look at too is what kind of I guess the thrusters are taking up the most, right? So this ship currently is way over CPU. And I guess that's like a thrust thing. I probably got way too much thrust on this guy. I feel like I've got too much. I mean, it's not like going nuts, right? It still flies like it's a shippy ship, you know? Like it's not. All right, let's do something a lot. How do I want to do this? Let's build a CV. That might be the best way to do it. Let's just build a simple starter CV. Like, I don't know. I just feel like instead of retrofitting something you have, it might just be better to kind of see what the hell your options are and go from there. So let's just build like a quick kind of. Okay, so we got steel, we got hardened steel, combat, alien hull, all the usual suspects here. Foundation block. Build with steel. Oh, you know what we're forgetting? Coffee. We'll just start as a starter CV right now. I'm not worried about upgrades because I have no idea. I'm completely blind right now. I don't know what's upgradable to what and what needs to be thought of, and I have no forethought as far as how the equipment works. So for me, I'm just gonna try to build a well-performing, low-tier TV. And see if that's even a thing. It might not even be a thing to build a small CV. I have no idea. So what do we have for thrust? Let's look at thrust. So we have a lot of options. We have small ion thrusters, medium ion thrusters, advanced ion thrusters, ion drive thrusters. We have large ion thrusters. We have small plasma thrusters. Now you look at plasma, it's 2500 CPU. It's twice the CPU, right? The force is 4.8 meganewtons versus 2.4, so it's double. Energy in 1.4, energy in 700. So it's literally double. That's interesting. So, oh, I like this already. Okay, so it's the same size as a small thruster, but it's let me look. Hold on. It's the same size, but it's for some meganewtons, but it's almost the same power as a medium ion thruster. So, like, this helps the fact that I could build like a really small sized build while you know, still getting some power out of thrusters, having this plasma option. Interesting. Yeah, I'd assume it's more. So it's unlock level 15. Sorry, unlock level 10. These are unlock level 7. So, okay, so then we get into the plasmas, right? And then we get into the antimatter. So there's antimatter thrust. So the small antimatter thrust is 3750 versus 2500. So it's another. It's now 3 of these, basically. Antimatter thrusters are a revolution in propulsion technology that produce the highest thrust to weight presently possible. Radioactive particles from the ship's energy system are converted into antimatter using miniaturized particle accelerators and applied to waste gases in a reaction chamber to produce explosive thrust. Interesting. Okay, so now I need to look at power. Power technology. Generators, I guess. Yeah, generators. So we have our basic large generator, our improved large generator, our advanced large generator, and then we have. Oh, maybe. Oh. So there's a small fusion reactor. So I'm wondering if I need to test something. We're gonna put a fuel tank on here. And we're gonna put a generator. Well, that's a generator, but we're gonna put a regular generator on here as well. Well, no. Right now we're just gonna put this. Okay, so this is powered by this, right? This is powered. Now, we're gonna take this guy. That's powered by that. So now what I want to do is I want to put this here and get rid of this. Okay, so you don't need the reactor to power the antimatter thruster. Let's look at the cost, though. Gold. Antimatter converter. Antimatter converter. Thruster. Antimatter. A dual ring particle accelerator used to upgrade plasma thrusters to antimatter. It's trade only? What's a constructor? Did I just spell constructor wrong? Okay. I mean, okay, so it doesn't look like you can craft those thrusters. You have to upgrade the thrusters that you already have. Okay, so that's fine. So then let's look at the actual ingredients here. It doesn't look like... These are all very basic parts here. Is there another constructor? Oh. Oh! Well, look at you, sir. That's cool. Yeah. That's fancy. Nice. Alright. So what does this guy do? Okay, so you can make antimatter thrust, you just need this one. Okay, so let's get into whatever those things were called here. I'm still just seeing really basic parts. Where's... Huh. Yeah. Antimatter converter. So it looks like the antimatter converter is something you gotta find. That's cool. Okay. Which is fine. Like, I don't want to have, you know, I mean, I think that's cool that you have to go and find these things and you could then upgrade the thrust you already have. I think that's cool. I like that. That's interesting. So, cool. Now we know what we can work with as far as power and thrust. So, like, this is automatically, this is really cool because this allows me to have like what's a really small CV that I've built? So like the yeah, like the mutt, I guess, right? So like the mutt, you know, this little guy, right? I could literally tree. How do you give yourself points? Does anybody know? Isn't there a command for that? Oh, they're only replaceable. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. But, I mean, that's fine. It's still... The important thing is that the spacing is the same, right? So, you know, if I wanted to upgrade this guy, I could do, I could do these, right? Is that right? What are these? These are... Oh, wait, what? What are these? Large ion thrusters? Oh, these are the fancy ones. Okay, okay. Yeah, so sorry. I would go to these, the large plasma thrusters. And I could, you know, upgrade the power of the build without, you know, having to change anything. That's really cool. And maybe he'll have upgrading later on. That's the compact shield generator. Okay, I guess let's do this. Let's look at the new blocks. I mean, I'm curious looking at some of these new blocks here. So for CV, we've got shield generator, advanced shield generator. What that is, CPU extender. Wait, what's a quantum storage extender? Got that, we know what that is. A long-range radar. Phased array radar. Oh, what? Okay, hold on. All right, so we got this guy, right? So, okay, so I feel like this is a bigger cargo thing. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hold on. So, let's get rid of this for a second. Let me get like a box. Need a box. All right, so we got a box, right? And then we've got, you know, one of these here. So, boom, right? And this gives me 16,000, right? But if I was to put this on it, 28,000. So it's double. It's double for the... That is so cool. Oh, I love this, man. I love this. This is great. I mean, potentially you could have the same build. This guy right here, right? Now, the mutt is... It's got two... How did I do that? It's got two large harvest controllers, right? Now, this is a super compact build, so this is probably a dumb thing to experiment this on, but... yeah, this is actually a dumb thing to get something that has, like, cargo. What do I have that has, like, cargo that's not literally the whole of the ship here? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, okay, you know what? The Terrapin. Let's do the Terrapin. I just made that. Terrapin. Alright, so... Where did I put the cargo on this guy? Right here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so this got like 16 ammo, right? But I could literally just... Yeah, that's great. I mean, you guys get it on a larger scale. That's awesome. Like, I could double the capacity of my build, And what makes it great is I can also upgrade the thrust to handle that capacity. So you literally start out with like a super basic CV that can, you know, fulfill your starter needs. And then as you progress, you're upgrading the thrust on it, you're upgrading the power on it, you're upgrading the cargo on it. Everything's upgradable without needing more space. So your CV stays its size. I mean, you could literally build a CV that can serve you from starter game to virtually end game if you build it right. If you build like a combat CV or something that can start out, you know, as a starter, strip down and stuff, and just progressively build it, that's amazing. Yeah, no, fair, Garmin, fair, but still, like, that's well, I guess that's the question. Like, where do you get quantum processors? But I guess if his concept is that you're gonna need to explore and trade and do these things, like, that's a cool way of making people play that aspect of the game. But hopefully they're not, you know, as hard as like RTGs are in our present game, right? Okay, so this is a CPU extender quantum, which gives you 100,000 CPU. It's just hard because numbers are numbers, right? So, you know, the starting core is... Does it say how much CPU you get for the starting whatever. The basic... It's a different benchmark, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here, so... Alright, we still got radar looking like a radar. But this is now a quantum radar. What the hell is this? Okay, so it looks like... Oh, you can do it that way. So why can't I spin it? Oh, it's a 5x5. But it looks like... Oh, no. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it's half blocks. It's thin blocks, actually. I'm just more looking at I wish I could flip it upside down. It doesn't look like that's possible. But when I do this... So it looks like it has to be placed like on the side of something. But you could do some interesting stuff with that. So hold on. So if I do... Yeah. I mean, you could do some cool stuff. If it conforms to the block like that, then that looks clean. You do some interesting stuff here. I mean, this, I wouldn't probably put this on here, right? If I was to get rid of this. It's a half block thing, so. But yeah. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so that's the scanner. And then what's the, is there some kind of, range? Okay, 9.9 miles. Versus the long range, which is 4.9. And then is there, like, a regular detector still? So the regular detector is... 4,000. Oh, radar? Radar. Oh, you were saying, okay, I guess it's the same thing. So then now I want to see if it works on the planet. So. Yeah. Quantum cargo, give you CPU. $50. They cost $50, I guess. So then we have the enhanced matter transmitter, which I think is the basic Wi-Fi extender, right? But then we have this quantum matter transmitter. Maximum range 150. Okay, so it's just 50 more. That's still good. I don't know. I guess it depends on how available these things are. Like, I don't know, right? And then you have an enhanced teleporter, which... I don't know. Yeah, Jarvis, it's all the way up in the desert, the very top of the desert. I did run all the way over there. Interesting. Okay. So lots of kind of upgradable stuff. Okay, compact shield, Imperial. Ah. Interesting. Okay, so.
Welcome to XBC.
Hey, what's up, Filbert? Popping in with a 29-month resub. Big hype to you, sir. Thank you. Wait, there's already one, that's why. So let me... Where's that? Oh. What? Oh yeah, I think. So let's look at this block, because this block's interesting. Oh wait, does that do a thing? What was the thing it just did? It just did a thing. Did you see the thing it just did? There was a thing. What is that? I want to do the thing again. Hey, do the thing. How do you do the thing? Oh, turn it on. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, what? All right. That's cool, man. Oh. That's cool. All right. Yeah, that's slick. That's slick. Alright, so now I'm upset that I can't see it in this build. Fine. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, these are boosters. Why? Okay, so compact shield, right? I got compact shield. And this gives me 25. Oh. Oh. Okay, so with this... Oh, interesting. So you have a limit of 8 with any combination. It's not that it's like 4 of each or whatever. Like it could be whatever. That's cool. All right, so you got 8 of those, and then you get into these, which same deal. So 6 of those. And I think that's great. So these are a lot smaller. I like these. And then we got the big ones. Four of those. This is great. So this is like a lot less room you need for shield here. So if I was to just hold on, let's shields are at 204,000. And that's the compact shield still. So if I was to... So you have a shield capacity of 40,000, shield capacity of 80. Can you have both? No. So it looks like it just killed that one. Yeah. Oh, I hope he replaces that. I hope he gets a better thing for this. I like that compact one. I hope he gets a better one for. I'm sure he's working on that. It's still alpha, guys, so this isn't, you know, this is just the very beginning. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so I love that compact shield. That's awesome. Wait, what were those? I just, damn. What were those? These, what, okay. Imperial, Planetary, Legacy. I didn't look at these. So these are... Alright, so we have the compact. A lightweight and compact shield generator designed to ward off light armaments and meteorite impacts, but won't withstand heavy combat. Resists kinetic weapons and missiles, but susceptible to lasers, plasma, and EMP. Imperial Planetary Shield Generator. Shield generator intended for planetary installations. This shield produces a spherical bubble not suitable for space and takes half damage from CV weapons. Commercial Imperial. So okay, so hold on, I gotta see what this means because I don't get it. If I was to let's see. All right, so you could tell when the last time I built a real base was. So yeah. Right? Maybe? Potentially? Okay, so I'm assuming you still need, like, a shield thingy, right? Like a pentaxid tank? Like, is that still a thing? Wait, did it just say large? Okay, hold on. This is too much. It's too much, man. It's like a kid in Toys R Us. It's too much. This is a large. So where's the small? There's a small? Jeez. I guess not. Oh, small is it? Okay, okay, fair, fair, fair. So I think I already have one in here, don't I? Yeah. Shield. What? I think I got it upside down, maybe. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that, dude. Oh, that's cool. So that's the okay, so now we got to try the that's you can. It lets you place it upside down, but I don't know if it's going to give you the same effect, right? You see the shield going down? A laser SMG. Well, but what I'm seeing is you see that little effect? That's all. I mean, I get it, but you know what I mean? Like, that's cool. That is really cool, man. So, you know, in essence, like you kind of have to build your base to kind of have this on the outside, maybe, or maybe you could have it inside. But let's see how that looks. Oh, interesting. So it needs to be on top. Yeah, so interesting. So the shield has to be placed in a way that it's at the top. Otherwise, anything that's above the shield and that area of effect there is going to be susceptible to damage. Yeah, I mean, this is Legacy. I'm just saying the way the shield kind of works here, right? So that's cool. Yeah, no. So I mean, I don't know, but I guess we'd have to ask him, right? But really, I mean, that would mean you'd want to. That's cool though, right? All right, so we got that, right? That's cool. So we know we got these planetary shield generators, which are super interesting. Okay, the weapon thing is nuts. Do we want to get into that? Let's get into weapons. I need a ship to test weapons. The elusive combat ship I have yet to make. Let's see here. What did I use? Shed. That's all. It's like overkill. Oh. That'd be a good one. All right, do the spade. We're just gonna remove everything, and then we're gonna kind of go into space. Well, we're gonna start on planet because I want to see everything that. I need to build a good combat ship. still need to do that. All right, so we got this, right? Good. Now this thing obviously is going to be ridiculous. So this is the thing. It seems like, to me, it seems like ships are going to be smaller. If you look at it's quantum, right? So if you look at this, right, you got, we'll put them in the hangar. You got this. Oh shit, there's already, where the hell's my CPU on this ship? Here, right? Yeah, well, first of all, like, your CPU rooms are probably screwed. Because they're not going to fit this size. You definitely need to kind of revamp and everything. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't mind building all new things. Because anytime I look at builds that I've done already, it's like I don't like them anymore. So I don't feel bad having to rebuild stuff. But I get how some people would be like, oh man, I got to spend a lot of time trying to retrofit this thing to where it looks, you know. Some of you guys build amazing stuff, right? I just build small functional thingies, so it's not a big deal for me. All right, so okay, so that's like the maximum basic core. I mean, I don't want to say basic because I don't even know what it takes to get these things. I guess that's a point. Like, what does it even take to make these things? Kind of like, it doesn't it normally have like the ingredients when you highlight over? So I don't really know, or maybe not. Maybe that's what the CPU thing here. Let's get a proper constructor. So oh wait, so you could make the quantum CPU extenders? Oh. Superior takes 2 quantum processors. Or no, sorry. Superior takes 2 quantum processors. Quantum takes 32 quantum processors. Okay. I need to know where you get these quantum processors. That's what I need to. Is that like another word for drone parts kind of thing? Is that... I don't know. Okay. Okay, so then if that's the case, let's add... Conceivably here, let's add the quantums as well. That's going to kind of give us our true max, I guess, right? So this is our true max. Is that right? So then you have... Okay, because these give you an obscene amount, right? CPU increased to whatever, right? Not an obscene amount, but... Yeah, this still isn't... Yeah. Yeah, so... Stan, I'm guilty. You know I don't read, but I definitely don't read... I don't read things that I'm looking forward to because I want to discover them like this. This is how I like to discover things. I don't like to read a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and you know, and then I stream this for other people that don't like to read a lot of patch notes and discussions and stuff. So I get it. I get it. We all learn different ways. I learn by knocking my head against the wall until, you know, blood comes out. We're all a little different. It's fine. So, all right. This is the size... This is too big of a ship, or it's just way overthrusted? I think it's just way overthrusted. Oh, but no, wait. Does this have? This doesn't even have. Oh, this does have the reactor. So there's 2 reactor cores in here, which is kind of probably ridiculous. So let's, I guess, fly for a minute and see what happens. Yeah. Oh, see, it's way. It doesn't have nearly enough power. Oh, wow. So yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine with that, Stan, but educate me. So okay, so I think the spade's a bad idea. Let's try something smaller. God, I've got all your guys' builds in here. So oh, it's something that doesn't work. Fair. Oh. I don't have any starter CVs, do I? What name a starter CV I've done? I don't know. The rebar, we're talking like old things. I haven't built anything. I don't think I've built a starter CV in for freaking ever. Oh, I got an idea. Hold on. I'm literally building a starter CV right now. What's that thing called? Starter CV Season 6. Kind of messing around with this here. All right. So, ooh. So that's fancy now. All right, hold on. Nice. Okay, so we got that. We've got, okay, so what's the CPU on this guy? Okay, because it's dirt like cheap right now. Which is what I was going for. I was going for like a really inexpensive thing, and I'm just trying to put in what's needed. I think I have a single large generator in the back here. But I wasn't sure about that. But I guess it's fine for now. I don't know, let's see. That's even way over generated. I could probably get away with a small one. Yeah. Nice. Oh, whoop, spike. Alright, maybe not. Oh yeah, the shield's not on. Alright, so... Not bad. I mean, it did a spike there, but you're probably not doing that. But interesting. So, I mean, does this put small generators in play? Like, it seems kind of... Well, let's look at that. So, basic, large... So 5 kilowatts? 25... Oh. See, I never understood that. This is a... You know, this is just... This is 2 blocks, right? And this is 3 blocks. But this is so much more efficient. Like, this puts out so much more power. I never kind of understood why. 25 to 5. I mean, that's literally 5 of these. Like, it just doesn't... It's like, I don't know. I wish there was more use for the small one. Like, I wish the small one was maybe half. You know? At least half. Because it's pretty much the same size. See, look. The CPU for this is 1250. 12,500. The CPU for this is 25,000. This is half the CPU, but it's only giving you a fifth of the power. Yeah, I don't know. I wish it put out more power. I'll say that. Like, I really wish that the small generator or the basic large generator put out at least half the power of the improved. Not, you know what I mean? Because just for size sake, like, it takes up almost the same amount of room. But yeah, so it just kind of makes it useless. Like, why wouldn't you just add the extra block and get the 5 times better one? Like, you would never use that small one. And it's like, I only use a small generator when I have my little starter base and I'm just building it from the beginning, you know? I kind of wish that was looked at. Wait, is that white? That's cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. I don't know. I feel like it should be more output power, but fine. All right, so we got that, right? Now, this guy right here. So this is the other thing I don't know about. So the shields are 22,870 shield with just that compact shield generator. But then what does that mean? Like, are you just gonna get creamed a lot quicker to where that number kind of balances from normal Reforged Eden? I don't know. All right, so let me put a ammo box in here. I guess let me just do the damage type matters now. Okay, so then, yeah, I'm guessing 20 isn't much. That's what I'm guessing too. I'm guessing it's all relative. All right, so we've got an ammo box. Yeah, I guess we're ready to rock and roll here. So let's look at weapons. Imperial laser, we know what that is. Legacy Sentinel. Chip cannon light. Laser cannon light. Maximum amount 8. Okay. Light automatic turret. Light missile. Light laser. Definitely want to test that. Then we have medium artillery. We have sentry guns. It'd be cool if there was like advanced sentry guns. Medium automatic turret, medium missile, medium laser, plasma cannon, railgun, missile launcher, swarm launcher, positron blaster, dual plasma cannons. Lots of fixed weapons. This is interesting. Okay, I want to test something real quick before we leave planet. Like, literally one of the only things I care about. Oh! Aww. 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 Alright, well, I guess maybe he's working on that. I'm still hopeful. We'll see. Still hopeful. Alright, let's go to space. Dude, having either fixed or the turret, just give us the turret. Like, I'm fine with not, you know, doing... I don't care about fixed drilling of it with a CV on a planet. That is kind of overkill. But to be able to hover over a node and be able to use the CV drill turret, I don't know. I don't see the problem with that. I feel like that would be epic. And salvage, really. The mining, I don't mind using SVs as mining on the planet. That's not a big deal to me. But salvage, dude, like, I want to be able to salvage the POIs without, like, losing my brain cells sitting there for hours. Like, it's just annoying. Like, it would be really cool if that was a thing, right? Plasma cannon cell. $50 MJ. See, for me, having a big boring CV to mine with on a planet just seems... I mean, it's cool, like, I get it, like, but maybe I don't get it for Empyrean. Like, I get it for Space Engineers, like, I mean, I built a miner that was almost as big as, like, an asteroid, like, just huge, had hundreds of drills and stuff, and that's fine, right? But the drill turret and the multi-turret, they're not used that much, especially the drill turret. Some people use them to do the asteroid mining and stuff, and they're fine with that. I get that. But they're like really underused. I think we're more interested in the fixed stuff. So with the CV, you have the fixed weapon stuff and asteroid, and that makes sense to me. But having a huge CV and pointing down at a planet surface and drilling just seems a little odd to me. It seems a little out of place in the reality of Empyrean. But if you were able to hover over and use the drill turret and be able to drill, I get that. That feels a little more realistic based on the size of a CV. I get that. I think that would be fine. The same thing with the salvaging. If I could hover over a POI and salvage it, like, I feel that would be good. But because imagine taking like this obscenely big CV and putting some fixed drills, and then you got this big old freaking planet killer ship pointing at him. It's weird. It looks weird, you know? So I don't necessarily think that that's a good idea. But I do think that at least the turret. Like, I just feel like the turret on planet would be fine. I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, people are gonna spend the time anyway, you know? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The salvage thing just kills me, man. Because honestly, it makes me want to, you know, I'll take the POI out, but I'm not touching it after. And then you just got a bunch of derelict POIs just, you know, I don't know. But I guess people do that. I guess people don't salvage every POI they hit, you know? So I guess that makes sense. It just turns me off from the whole idea of salvaging. It's literally, I feel like it's one of the biggest things holding this game back. This is more like shield takedown kind of thing. Did I just do this? Wait. What do we got? We got ship cannon, laser cannon, plasma cannon, railgun. Okay, so and And oh, see, these are cool, man. Like I could just see what people are gonna do with this stuff. Like this is cool. Then you got this. So let's just do it this way. This will be easier. So CV weapons. So we did this. All right. So then let's do this. I like how they conform too. Like I like how they place. That's great. And you got these big old boys here. So all the things. Okay, cool. We're just gonna put all the things in here. I wish there was a way to just like grab all the CV ammo. It's gonna be so annoying doing this. All right, 100, 450. Light 155 railgun. Called point at what you want and click. Wait, what does that mean? 155. $150, 500, 127. I have no short-term memory. 27, medium, positron. Oh, so this thing won't move because of how... Oh, wait, there's... Oh. Oh. Hey. Hey, Tremor, what's up, man? What's up, Cleric? That's what? That's I don't know what that is. I wish there was a way you knew what the hell you were using. Positron. How is there ammo missing? It should be there. What? Oh, you gotta manually reload. Okay. That's it? Alright. Not being able to get out of your thing because of a reload is pretty lame, too. Alright. So lots of reading, right? So fine. These are all the fixed weapons. It's 254. God, it's so dark. Space is dark, guys. Come on. All right. Oh, that's cool. Why'd they go through? Is that weird? Oh, I'm not aimed right. Oh, okay, alright. You gotta, like... Alright. Like that. This is 127 Hell Dart. Bro. Whoa. That was cool. Alright, so let's head to Planet. I want to see which one of these can shoot on Planet. Alright, so not this one. Alright, so that's a no. 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 So it doesn't look like, I would assume if the light cannons can't, none of these bigger ones can. I mean, it says it on there. It can only be used in space. So, yeah, I'm seeing that. I don't think so either. So we had the heavy rocket launchers and RE. Doesn't look like those are carried over here. Okay. So can... Well, of course that's gonna work on Planet. Alright, so let's do what doesn't normally work on Planet? The rockets, right? Rockets, lasers. $200 and $450. The rocket still can't be used on Planet. So there's no... I thought there was gonna be like a tier 3 turret. That's not a thing? It's all fixed? So this is interesting. So this weapon here, right? This is 45,000. These are 15,000. So it's like he wants us to make small CVs. It's just all I could really think is he wants us to make small CVs. Unless... I mean, I guess I'm thinking of it wrong too. It could just mean that you just need way less thrust, but the way the ships were moving, it didn't feel... Like, this doesn't feel super OP performance-wise, right? Feels pretty basic, and it's not, like, highly fast or maneuverable or anything. It's okay. Now, these are stock medium thrusters, right? So let's do this. Let's kind of, like, upgrade this thing as best we can here and see what we get here. I don't know about... Alright, yeah, we'll stick with this one. So... We're gonna upgrade all of the thrust to the next tier. What are these? Oh. What? What did I do? Thrust. Oh, these, I gotta stop using these. Okay, these, it's these. Here we go. I guess we don't have the models yet. That's fine. Alright. So what did that do for me CPU-wise? We're still under CPU. Now, I don't have any CPU blocks in here. And I've managed to upgrade my CV to plasma turrets. It has a generator, it has a shield, it has a warp drive, it has a constructor, it has an ammo box. Pretty basic, but it has all the main meat and potatoes, right? That's impressive. It being the lowest amount. So let's check performance here. Moving a lot better. Definitely moving a lot better. Right? Now there is the I'm gonna ignore the next tier upgrade just because that's pretty high end. So for the price of this thing, let's see here. Iron, carbon, copper, silicon, aluminums. I guess that's from the thrusters, so that's a thing. You're gonna need aluminum to upgrade. Neo, cobalt, titanium, erestrums, ascosium, and then plasma converters. Okay, so plasma converters are another thing you have to trade for? Or are they just not in here yet? I guess, like, okay, so if plasma converters and these things are just things that are always in POIs, if you break down like a... Okay, so let's test this. This might be a good idea. Let's test a... If I was to... I was to salvage a... thruster. Okay, so I don't get that. So hold on. Let's try this. So if I was to use a decon, right? So let's say I have a decon station, and then let's put a regular box, right? So we have a regular box. This guy connects to regular box. Go ahead and have him on, and then I'm going to disconnect from there. I'm gonna connect here. My headset's dying. We're connected to there, and now we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna retrieve the whole block. That goes into that whole block. What's happened there? What? Okay, so you get plasma converters when you decon a plasma thruster. Cool. Doesn't tell you. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't really. How many? All right, how many do you need? Oh, it's to make a plasma thruster. Here, I need the super epic one. A plasma thruster. If I have, guy, right? This guy takes 2 plasma. Okay, so yeah, so it's you're getting. So I don't know. Are there going to be derelict CVs that you can salvage that have these plasma converters? I hope so. I think so. So if that's the case, then I'm fine with it, because it promotes salvage and stuff. But again, man, it'd be nice if we can get some salvage enhancements and upgrades and stuff. All right. Put these back. That out. That out. Take that out. Alright, so now we're back to this, right? So let's start... How are we on power? That's the other thing. It seems like... Wouldn't you normally need a lot more power in a ship even this size on regular RE? Am I wrong, or would you need like a lot more power? I almost feel like you'd need a lot more power. I feel like... Well, I guess I could answer that myself. Let's say comparable... Be the Labris. Too far off. So the Labris has... I don't even know. Where'd I put the generators on this stupid thing? There we go. So yeah, too large. Oh no, 4. 4. Okay. The mass, 2.26. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot heavier, right? Like, I get that. It seems like I could even probably downgrade. God, why do I hate the look of this thing now? I used to like this ship, I don't like it now. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, it seems like power is less demanding than it used to be. Oh, the mass of the new one. 589 tons versus... Point. So this is 4 times heavier at least. But based on... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. Alright, so let's figure out weapons here. So let's say I wanted to do just like fixed alpha damage. You know, I mean, this doesn't look like it takes fixed. It's kind of a weird build to do this on, but just pretend like built to have fixed weapons. Okay. So now I've put 4 of those guys on, right? So now I'm running into a CPU thing. So then we'll add a CPU block here. And add this one twice. Start out with 1. The other one. Okay, so now we're in a situation where we're doing the improved ones. Which I don't know what those take. Okay, so now we're okay on improved. So... So improved takes titanium computers, aluminum, advanced electronics, flux coil, and 8 bridges. So the aluminum, is that normal, the aluminum thing? But yeah, so it takes that. How effective is a 4 plasma cannon CV? I don't know, this is where I kind of don't have much experience, right? With the combat and stuff like that. Not really my strong suit, as you guys know. 25,000, 25,000. 15 across the board, pretty much. I wish I had more to pull from CV combat-wise. Like, what do I usually do? Like, I guess, like, what am I attacking, like, basic Xerax stuff with? What do we use recently? Like the helmet? Alright, so this is the helmet, Core 9, REFORGED. Let's see where we're sitting here. Yeah, so see, like, it's 948 CPU. So this is an impossible build in RG2, as it stands now. Like, this is quantum level, like... So, yeah, you really can't do a multi-use kind of situation here. Like, if I remove the drills, let's remove the drills. Not make it a specific miner anymore. So as this stands right here, this is built to deal with the hell planets, right? So hell planet mining, lasers to take down the shields, and then so there's no fixed heavy. Oh, so this kind of negates this whole build then. This isn't gonna work then, because there's no fixed heavy. There's no fixed weapons. No fixed rockets. It's just 15 or 20 and lasers, which I guess probably could get it done, to be honest. Like, if we want to go back to like the original, the Hellraiser. You know, then we're dealing with 30 and laser. It's still an impossible build, though. It's still, like, way over CPU. Yeah, laser turrets work. Laser turrets are... They work in Atmos. Well, it's not really a CPU thing. So it's a CPU thing, like that's what it's all about. But all I'm saying is, this is what gets it done, and this is what gets it done as a CV against harvesters on hell planets. Meaning, I guess that's not a thing anymore for CVs. So you look at like the auger, right? The G4. I don't know where the basic is, but we'll add another one here. Then we'll add two of these. These are bigger now, so we'll add these. Yeah. So, okay, so I'm confused here. So, that's it. Like, you can't go any higher than that. Now, there's a chance that I just got way too much on here. But the thing is, I mean, it doesn't seem obscenely high performing in comparison to what it's always been, right? Are we missing a CPU level? I don't think so. But you've got, this is an NPC core, right? But you've got the option of two of these, two of these, two of these, two of these, and two of these. And realistically, these, and even these take like weird things. They don't take like your common things. So let's see here. We have I love how there's different thrusters for everything. That's great. I'm looking for the constructor. Where's the constructor? Okay, so it's just a mobile constructor. So the same kind of situation. You can't really build any advanced parts inside the constructor. It's not a big deal. All right, so yeah, I don't know, guys. This is the advanced fusion reactor for SVs, which is interesting. All right, so that's out of the question now. I guess this is out of the question. Now, this is the newer version I have that doesn't have the bomb or the torpedoes. It just has light. I don't know why those are painted that way, but it has light things. Like, there's nothing really here, right? It's got a Standard shield generator. Wait, so... Okay, so there is a standard and then there's advanced. Of these bigger ones. But yeah, it's pretty low end, right? Like, these are the standard thrusters. But this thing is way over CPU. So, let's look at this here. Got a basic, it's got 2 of these. Oh, so I guess the other ones are gone, right? The advanced ones. As 2 improved. But the number's the number. I mean, I don't think it's gonna work, right? So you've got... You got 2 of these, and then 2 of these, and it's not even close. And like, it's a pretty steep limit. Like, so I don't know. I'm trying to understand. Oh, is that what those are? Did I already do those? Yeah, I already did those. Oh, these, okay. So 21 is your maximum core level. Is that true? Wow. So I am kind of confused. I'm a little bit confused as to the CPU. I don't understand the CPU situation. So am I just way overthrusted? Because if we've got things like these big fancy reactor thingies and like, forget about weapons. I don't even really have weapons on here yet. I have you know, I got these little guys here, but these light laser cannons. These right here, and these are only 1,000 CPU. So once we get into like bigger things, right, 17 and you know, some of these bigger things, right, bomb launchers, rocket launchers, medium turrets and stuff, like, I can't afford that. Like, who can afford that? Like, in order for me to... So let's look here. So advanced small generators, I guess I have weight... Oh, well, 5. So those are 2,000 each. Am I just... Is it just way too much power on this? Hold on, let's put the cockpit back on. I forget which cockpit. I guess that's the one. I guess it is. They're big. No, but they're not. See, that's the thing. They're not big honkin' thrusters. Because these can be upgraded. These are just improved large ion jet boosters. So if I was to go to thrust, so these are just the improved, right? The improved ion jet thruster right there, right? I still have the option of a improved plasma jet thruster for CPU 1850, CPU 30. For twice the CPU, I can get the improved plasma jet thruster. So And then even more so, I can get the advanced, or I can get the improved anti-matter jet thruster, which is 5550 CPU. So what I'm trying to understand is, how is that happening? How is anybody using these higher thrusters if even the low thrusters, I can't afford it? And I don't mean I can't afford it like I don't want to go get a bunch of advanced cores. I physically can't put any more cores on this thing, no matter what kind of cores they are. So that's what I'm trying to understand as far as the CPU goes. Where is this extra CPU coming from that's allowing me to make a bigger SV that has weapons on it? Because this one only has a couple of light laser cannons on it. And if I'm building something bigger, it's going to need more thrust to perform in the same way this performs. So I don't understand. I don't get the CPU. I'm missing something. I got to be missing something. And it's probably from not reading. So if somebody can explain what I'm doing wrong here as far as CPU goes. So I need to have a very poor performing SV in order to use weapons? Yeah, the limit is, and then forget about shield parts. What about shield parts? I have a basic shield on here. I don't have any CPU extender or shield extenders. I don't have anything. So if I was to put fancy shield on here, so, okay, guys, listen. The first thing I want to say here is this is a alpha version of the creative version of RG2. This isn't a finished product. This is still under development. We've been given this to test it out and stuff so he can get feedback. So it's all positive here. I'm not being negative. I'm not judging. I'm not saying anything bad about anything. So please, let's keep that level of optimism here, right? Like, that's what I'm shooting for. But at the same time, I don't see how you're going to build a ship that can take advantage of anything above stock and you'll want to fly it. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's just a barge that you're very slowly turning, and you know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking that can't be, you know, this can't be what he's thinking. He either hasn't changed the values of the CPU, or I'm just really not looking at this right. I really need to build. Okay, let's do this. And I'm not doing this to be comical, but let's upgrade the Shiv. Let's upgrade. The Shiv is the smallest SV I have. I can't think of a smaller SV that I've built than the Shiv. So this has basic small ion thrusters all the way around, right? These are even small? Yeah, small all the way around. So we're going to change all these for... We'll start with plasma. So as you can see, the upgrade isn't very expensive CPU-wise for these. So this is a very low end SV. So that upgrade worked okay, right? I have a really basic generator. Let's see how this performs. Oh, the Shiv's got like a new bag, man. It's like new shoes on a Shiv. Look at this. Okay, Okay, cool. So we've got some good performance. I don't know if I'd even want to ever get better thrust than that. This seems really sufficient, right? So these are light Gatling guns, right? Take those off. And let's do like a mid-level, not light, so we'll go like medium, right? Medium plasma cannons. Let's do that. Medium plasma cannons, right? Hate that they're in the front like that, but whatever. All right, so medium laser cannons. So now we're getting into needing more CPU, right? So let's grab our CPUs. Now I'm doing this just because I want to see if it's a size thing. If the point is to just build a small, a very smallish thing, right? So now we got that, right? Okay, so this has no shield, right? Doctor, I don't think this is pre-shield. So we're gonna put a shield on here. Put an advance just to see what it does. So we're a little bit over, but it's fine. We're still in the kind of basic stuff here. So now we've got one improved thing, right? And we're at 20,000 shield, right? Still achievable. Still not an expensive venture. I think what does this have? It does have plasma converters. There's platinum involved now. There's advanced upgrade kits for the weapons. And nothing out of the ordinary. The platinum, I guess that's the shield. But this thing moves. It moves, it's gonna... it drastically slowed down, didn't it? Okay. So that shield's heavy. What's the mass of that shield? Jesus. Yeah, that shield is heavy. Okay. But listen, like in sci-fi, do small fighters have shields? Maybe? Do they have like good shields? Probably not. Where's the standard shield? Oh, this is frustrating. So I got this new keyboard fairly recently. When did we get it? We got it a couple months ago, I think. Maybe it's been 6 months or something. And it doesn't like to stay charged or something. It's weird. Like it. And then when you put it on the charger, like I would just leave it on the charger, right? Like I'm used to having a plugged in keyboard anyway. This guy just doesn't want to. It constantly flickers on and off. It's really weird. Okay, so the light shield isn't heavy. And we're at 10,000. So let me see here. Shield. So the standard shield generator is a mass of 2 tons. The advanced one is a mass of 4 tons. Okay. Twice this. I guess that just really affected it. It's super light. Now, if I was to upgrade the thrust again, or add more thrust, like just to add more of it, but it's such a small build. Able to. So he's either not figured out the CPU thing yet, or it's really rough, or he wants us to build really, really small things. Now, I'm the king of loving to build really, really small things, but even I'm like taken back a bit with the values of some of these things, right? Like super, super small. You would have to build super stupid small to, I feel like, take advantage of a lot of this stuff, right? Yeah, like spork. I mean, I would love to see a bunch of sporks flying around, don't get me wrong. But damn. Okay, so this is stripped of all weapons. Okay, so we can add one more. Add one more of these. We can't add any more of those. 2 of those. Two of those. 2 of those. With no weapons. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. And this is a very, very small, compact fighter. It does have 2 drive thrusters in the back. It's got 1, 2. It's got 4 large. It's got more than that though, I think. Sorry, it has big thrust everywhere. Part of the issue is, to me, is that he scaled down the CPU cap, but then didn't reduce device CPU costs to match the new scale. Some stuff even went up in CPU cost versus RE1. Everything simply costs too much and needs to be rescaled. Yeah, so the Flechette for me is a perfect example of me trying to build a really micro CV while still using big parts. So, you know, for this size ship, I probably would prefer to use like the compact shield generator. But of course now, like, I could fit the large one, so why wouldn't I use the large one? But then that does become a thing where it's like, well, you know, it's not meant for such a small thing, right? So now we're reducing that, we're reducing, you know, but of course we're reducing CPU, but this has 162,000 CPU. So I don't know. I guess the other question is, how do these things operate in combat? We don't even know. This figure, this shield figure, means nothing to me until I know how quickly it's going to go down. I mean, do we get those values in the weapons? Do they tell us how much shield they take down? Oh, here we go. So yeah. Okay, so let's look at like a basic one here, right? So laser cannon light. Laser cannon light, plus 25 damage to Xenosteel and devices, 15,000 shield damage per minute. That's not a lot. So if I have 100 and I take the shield out? What do I do? Oh, there. So if I have 162,000, that's 10, 15 minutes before it's going to take my shields down. That's good. That's a lot of shield, right? If that's all that it's rocking, right? But then let's look at like a comparable like CV turret. So if they had like a single medium laser turret, is that going to tell me? I don't know. Yeah, 24,000 shield damage per minute. Now we're talking like just one of these, and chances are there's going to be, let's say, 4. That's 100,000. So my shields will last an entire minute in combat. That's pretty good. I mean, a minute's a long time to get in, do damage, and get out. I feel like it's a long time. There's pass-through damage? Explain that. I feel like I need a panel with me on the stream. Does anybody want to talk? Like, Garriman, you want to come in and, like, explain this? Or anybody that's already tested this, like, last night? I'm going to go into, hold on. Like Garriman, Filbert, if you guys are interested, if you want to come in. Stan. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it seems just like it's a lot smaller scale. So I don't know if that's if he's trying to achieve like a server performance thing where it's like we're all just building a lot smaller. But then I think people are going to get frustrated with not everybody could build small things and make them look the way they want them to look. Some people need that scale to get all that detail. So I don't know. I don't know if people are going to be interested in building really small stuff. Because even an endgame CV isn't going to be big. Like this guy is way over. All these CVs I have, and I'm the smallest CV builder I know, other than Stan, right? It takes 50 rockets to the same spot to break a single steel block through a shield. Can't wait for Jay Randall meltdown. I don't think Jay should even look at this right now. Jay should never look at this. Like, not until it's completely done. And I'll tell him to. Like, Jay, don't even look at this. Because he's not going to understand. And then he's going to start building. And he's going to get frustrated. And it's just better if he waits until... yeah. Not at all. But, I really... So, let's look at the pros here. I really like the idea of having a CV or an SV or whatever that I'm good on the size. So this is the thing. Like now the way we build is we build really small things to start. We start building medium things to kind of do medium things, and then we build bigger things and you know, cool. But now it almost seems like we need to build things at the scale we want them to be no matter what. And then we need to upgrade them from start to end game. But see, that to me, that gets a little hairy because it's like, you know, for me to bring in, like the K bar, right? So let's say I have the this isn't even done. Why am I bringing? Well, whatever. Like so this, right? Yeah, like, I think this is already over, and I'm not even done building. I don't think this would even... And do I want to bring this in as a starter? I don't. So you're still going to have smaller ships, I guess, but... Boy, I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of where I don't understand. So... Do I have any bigger SVs that aren't mine? What's like one of Ent's SVs that he... What's that last Ent SV that he did that was really big and had a whole thing and all that? Alright, so this is Life Force's stag, right? Yeah, see, my keyboard's plugged in, but it's dead. It's like dying on me. What is going on? Yeah, it's 34. So this would be the kind of ship that would have the bigger the bigger SV generator parts and stuff like that, but where's he gonna put it? Well, I mean, he could figure that out, but I mean, CPU-wise, he can't afford it. So I don't know. I don't know what... I like a lot of the things. I like what's going on here. I like all the weapons. I like the upgraded stuff. I just think that CPU needs to be looked at, definitely. I mean, it's impossible. It's impossible for you to... Wait, let me try a thing here. We're gonna try a thing. Bear with me here. We're just gonna try a quick thing here. No! I screwed that up. Oh. Damn it. I hate starter blocks. Alright, Alright. We're gonna do this. CPU. Alright, that's our CPU, right? Maximum amount of CPU we can have on a build. Alright, so we need, say, the warp drive. Cockpit. Don't care about style. We don't care about any of that stuff, right? We're gonna put thrust on it. I guess let's go medium. We'll just go medium for the sake of that. So let's say 1 medium for each side. Each direction. So 6 medium altogether, right? No more, no less, whatever. Pretty standard amount, right? Now let's look at power. We're gonna do let's try one of these fancy things, right? This guy right here. Boom. So that should take care of all the power, I hope. Let's we need a fuel tank. We need a shield. Where are we at on CPU here? We still have CPU. Let's do some weapons. We'll do like some rail guns and some laser cannons. So let's say we do 2 of each, right? 2 for shield takedown, 2 for DPS, right? So now we're at 19. We're almost there too. So now, like, if I wanted, if I wanted any of these big parts, let's say I wanted one of each of these, right? Let's just say one. That's it. That's the CPU I've got. So this is where it gets a little weird. Like, you can have a maximum of 4 of these. You can have a maximum of... I don't know. I don't see a max. Maybe you gotta right click. No, it's one thing. I don't see it. But anyway, all I'm saying is you couldn't possibly make a SV with a lot of these parts. Like, you couldn't. So yeah, so if I go, let's say I go a heavy railgun, right? So instead of 2 of these light ones, we'll do like 1 heavy. Over. So one heavy railgun, 2 plasma. Let's say I go down in Rust. But there's no way, the ship's gonna move with 1 of each going each direction, right? Especially with these heavier things. Yeah, I mean, it won't lift off the ground. Oh, I got them all going in one direction. Nothing I'm gonna achieve any kind of combat victory with, right? Yeah, so... Oh, I don't know, guys. The CPU is a thing. It's not gonna work out. A warp-capable, endgame-ish SV, like, this isn't even enough, right? It needs way more thrust than this. Forget about antimatter, like... So, what I'm assuming, and what I think everybody else should assume, is that the CPU is not figured out. Now, this happened in vanilla too, right? They put out figures, but Vermilion, this is not available to the public. This is something that he shared with ANVIL community. Maybe he shared it with other communities to get feedback, but I would more look at this version of the creative alpha as, hey, here's new parts, here's what they look like, here's some cool new weapons, here's you get an idea of where it's going, like how this is gonna work. You get an idea of like maybe some of the balance of it, some of the size of things, but the CPU and like how many of these you can have isn't defined yet. So I wouldn't get too comfortable. I wouldn't even like attempt to build necessarily as yet. I mean, you can convert some of your stuff with these new parts and kind of check it out and get some inspiration on that and whatnot. But I just feel that if you try to build for this current version, you're gonna get really frustrated, and I don't think that makes sense to do that right now. I really like the idea of the less CPU blocks, but the cool new looks and everything. I like that. I like some of these high-end SV parts and CV parts, and I like a lot of the more compact CV parts that we're getting now. I really like it. I like all that stuff. So I'm going to be very optimistic and assume that none of these values are set in stone. Yeah, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, these are small CVs. My CVs are smaller than all of your CVs. So you know what I mean? Like, there's no way that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. This isn't the Micro Machine scenario, you know? So I wouldn't put too much stock in these numbers. Yeah, Garriman, precisely. But, you know, like the example I made here, like very, very, you know, there's no style, there's no nothing to this. The only blocks are the blocks I put as the stilt, and, you know, yeah. So, I mean, we got the same cool thrust and everything, the medium thrust, the anti. So there's lots of performance upgrade capabilities here. We just need the CPU to make sense. And then I'm excited because that means we might be able to get some things operational again. HVs might come back as a viable combat option here. We got heavy cannons and you know, this is cool, right? Like, put some freaking heavy cannons on the like, how big are these? Yeah, so look at that, right? Like, instead of I mean, this thing's supposed to be like a tank destroyer, right? So this fits. Yeah. So yeah, I guess for me, you know, the CPU obviously, and then I feel like the I still feel like there's a real opportunity to demonstrate that, you know, salvage can be better. Salvage is atrocious in this game, and I just really feel like the CV multi-tool turret, the tool turret for the CV should be a planetary thing. I think that would solve a lot of pain in your playthrough. Yeah, because I mean, honestly, like, salvage, it's horrendous anyway, and I don't think that they have the capability of fixing that. That's more of a core game coding thing, and that's a redesign, a complete redesign. So with what we have, if we could just have the ability to use that turret, or if you want to bring in a different turret thing that salvages or drills, and I just feel like that would make it a lot easier. Like in Space Engineers, you just put down bobs and that thing will just salvage whatever you take over, right? Like, it's not even a thing. It's just salvaging. You've already won the base. You've already built whatever you needed to build to overcome the base, and you've gone in there with guns and ammo that you found or made, or, you know, you've bought the ammo or you've made the ammo. You've earned that POI, and you took it down, and you died a bunch, and you lost a lot of food and meds. So for me, the payment's already been made. I shouldn't have to pay in hours to salvage it as well. If I could just instead pay for the CV to deconstruct it, right? Like, it's just a time thing. I don't see it as an OP thing. Like, you've already taken the POI. It's just time. And then if time isn't on your side and you don't have the time to do it, nobody else is gonna go to that POI and salvage it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe like in a rare state somebody finds a half broken thing and they salvage it, but for the most part, it's just gonna sit there anyway. Yeah, Guard Star, definitely. Yeah, and listen, Garriman, I agree. I mean, I don't know the difference in these weapons and what's really, you know, needed and what's not needed. I'm just looking at the max amounts and going, there's no way I could put the max amounts of these things or even one max amount of one thing without going over CPU. So I get that you shouldn't have a CV that has the max of every part. I get that. Like, I don't think that needs to happen. But if you're giving max values, then there's a possibility that that can be achieved, and it doesn't seem like that's a possibility. So that's all I mean. I just want that to make more sense, I guess. But I will say that I think there's a lot of really cool stuff here, and I think overall I'm very optimistic. REFORGED Eden as a whole is an amazing scenario, and I find it, you know, extremely enjoyable. So there's nothing in my head telling me that this isn't gonna end up being just as awesome, with even more interesting options and things. And I get that REFORGED Eden is Project Eden, ReForged Galaxy. I get that, but even ReForged Galaxy one is a great scenario independently, and you know, so I'm fine with this. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I'm just not going to frustrate myself building anything now, because it doesn't make sense now. I demonstrated what I demonstrated with the Shiv, with some of these things, and I've shown that there's a possibility for the Shiv to be amazing. But the Shiv's a very small budget SV. It's not something I'm going to take into combat ever, right? But could I build something on the scale of the Shiv that could? Sure, I could do that. So that's fine. I just need the baseline. I need to know what the actual CPU numbers are going to be, and then I will work around them, and that's fine. And if, you know, I'll enjoy RG2, potentially RE2, for what it is, and grow to love it. And, you know, so I get that. That's a mentality, right? Like, when we started playing ReForged Eden, half the community, the greater community, was like, oh my god, it's too hard, it doesn't make sense, this and that, da da da. It's you know, but that is the gold standard now, is RE. So there's going to be a growing pain cycle, right? We're going to get frustrated, but then eventually our minds are going to wrap around the constraints, and we're going to build the best things we can from it. But I just warn anybody to not put any time into building anything until those numbers have been realized. That's it. But man, nothing but support and nothing but you know, just all of the positive energy to Vermilion, to Ravian, to what they're doing, the time they're taking to build this for the Empyrean community. You know, that's something they're not getting paid to do. It's nothing that they're obligated to do. It's a passion project, and I have nothing but respect for it. So, and then thanks again for also putting this out and letting us test it beforehand. Because, you know, it's a lot, man. It's like, you know, we build ships, and then, you know, people do get very sensitive, including myself, about their ships. You know, somebody says, oh, this ship sucks and it doesn't do this, and look how easily it destroyed, and da da da. So imagine that, but an entire scenario that you've spent months and months and months building. That's a lot, you know? It's a lot. So again, I would just say, everybody just, you know, maintain that respect, maintain that positive feedback, especially our ANVIL community, who's already very positive and very supportive. I really don't want to see anybody being negative and you know, not giving good feedback. Good feedback is what's important. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm definitely going to be continuing to look at this as changes are made, as Vermilion tells us what he's got in store for it. And please be very active in the ReForged Galaxy channel, in our Discord, and, you know, let's see what happens from there, guys. But this is great, man. This is just, all this is telling me is that we're going to be potentially playing Empyrean for years to come. We've used ReForged Eden for several years. Season one started a long time ago, two 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, something like that. We've been eating on REFORGED for a while. Dude, this is great. This just means that we get to play the game we love for even longer. So, and then listen, worst case scenario, people just want to play REFORGED. Cool. There's new changes in vanilla that you want to check out. Cool. We've got options now. So, yeah, guys, just stay positive. And thanks again, everybody. That's going to be it for today. Tomorrow, as if I didn't talk enough today, we're going to be doing a Anvil Let's Talk episode 2. Hopefully we'll have a guest. We'll have some different things going on. We'll talk about some different stuff. Maybe I'll try the vanilla, what's it called? A tutorial. We'll try that maybe. I don't know. We'll do some stuff. So tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. I will see you guys then. I've talked so much I can't even talk anymore. Take care, guys. Stay tuned for the raid.
We added Wi-Fi, yes.